Do you know what the leading cause of death is? Birth.
Booyah!
Now I know, people don't like talking about death. It makes us uncomfortable. Why do we have to talk about death? I get it. But I think it's important to talk about it. So that's why I brought my friend Amy here, because this is what she does for a living. This is literally her job. She has a business called Good to Go, where she helps people talk about death because it's important.
It's kind of like, you know, when you give your dog a pill and you wrap it in cheese. Death is the pill and Good to Go is basically the cheese.
So we're going to give you 3 reasons why we think it's important to talk to your loved ones about death. Number 1, death is inevitable.
Death visits everybody, whether it's your goldfish or the hamster or grandma. It's coming to you.
It's gonna happen.
I think that parents are reluctant to talk about death to their kids because they want to protect them. They don't want their kids to feel sad or scared.
But the truth is, by not talking about it, we're not protecting our kids. We're actually potentially harming our kids because we're not preparing them for something they're gonna face in life, and then they'll be even more traumatized because it's this thing that nobody talks about. So talk to them openly about it, and that way, when they face it, it will be less traumatizing.
Truth.
True.
Number 2, it's important to talk to your loved ones about death because then they don't have to guess what you want, what your wishes are. It's a gift to talk about death.
My grandmother passed away last year, and she told my mom what she wanted. I can't imagine my mom, after losing her mom, standing in front of an open closet trying to figure out what to dress my grandmother in to be buried in.
By telling our loved ones those little things, it frees up more emotional space to concentrate on the love that you had for that person instead of the logistics.
And I already told my kids, for my funeral, I want a chocolate fountain.
Oh.
I want a DJ with really crazy fun death-themed songs like Stairway to Heaven. I mean, I want it to be a really fun party with a lot of humor because that's a reflection of who I was.
And it's not disrespectful to have a fun life celebration. It's actually more respectful because it's a reflection on how you lived. Number 3, we've got to talk about death because we've got to stop avoiding topics that might be uncomfortable.
Nobody guaranteed us that motherhood or life in general would be comfortable.
Doing my taxes, that's uncomfortable.
Going to the doctor and wearing one of those robes, my butt is hanging out, that's uncomfortable.
Hashtag uncomfortable.
But we can't avoid it.
No.
So same with topics like death. And if we're not talking about death openly with our children, how are they going to know how to handle it when they lose somebody? And it doesn't always have to be so heavy.
No, I mean, you can decide how to frame this conversation about death. You can put a positive spin on it.
And you can even add some humor.
Yes.
Because having a sense of humor, it's the only way to get through life.
And death.
And death.
That's a truth bomb right there.